Assalamualaikum and a very good day to all of you students out there. I hope everyone is in good health and ready for our today's lesson. So for today's lesson, we are still in Unit 5, the environment, but today we are focusing on the writing skill. So, are you ready? Okay students, so today we are looking at writing essay, writing a strong introduction. There are few tips of writing a strong induction. First one, the opening paragraph of an essay should introduce the topic of what you are going to write about and clearly state your opinion in answer to the question in the task. Number 2, you have to avoid simply copying the words from the task. Number 3, you have to think of your own introduction. Number 4, describe something you know about the topic. And the last one is give your opinion using formal language. Let us look at the first activity. Read this extract from a writing task and circle the topic. Then, read the 3 alternative opening paragraphs written in answer to the task and answer the questions below them. One reason why zoos keep animals in cages is to study them and protect them for the future. Is this a good way or a bad way to have animals? So students, what is the topic? Very good. It is why zoos keep animals in cages. That is the topic. Okay, now let us read the 3 alternative opening paragraphs. A. Animals need protecting, but in my opinion, zoos shouldn't keep animals in cages to study them and protect them for the future. It's not a good way to help them. B. Zoos know that many types of wildlife are in danger. If they can find ways of saving these animals by studying some of them, then I think they are doing something very good for nature. And C. While animals are in increasing danger in the modern world, I think we should do all we can to increase our knowledge of nature and protect it. Between A, B, and C, which introduction first wrongly uses informal language such as contractions? Example, they are instead of they are. So what do you think? Good. The answer is A. It is because the use of shouldn't instead of should not, and another one is it's instead of it is. Number 2, which introduction copies too many words from the task? The answer is A. Number 3, which introduction does not introduce the topic? Which one do you think? Is it A, B, or C? Exactly. We can see clearly that the answer is C, because if you read the paragraph, you can see that it does not relate to why zoos keep animals in cages, but it talks about different thing. So it is way off track. Okay, number 4, which introduction does not give an opinion on the question in the task? Yes, that's correct. The answer is C, because it does not talk about keeping the animals in cages and it talks about different thing. So it does not give any opinion on the question in the task. And the last one, number 5, which introduction correctly introduces the essay task? Very good. The answer is B. So from here we can see that the best paragraph is B. Activity 2. Read this writing task and circle the topic. So it is like the previous one, activity 1, you have to circle the topic. You have been talking about the environment in class. Now your English teacher has asked you to write an essay for homework. Write your essay using all the notes and giving reasons for your point of view. Some countries are now banning plastic bags in shops. Is this a good or a bad thing for shoppers? So, what is the topic? Yes, it is banning plastic bags in shops. Okay, notes write about plastic rubbish, water pollution, and your own idea. So we will see the answer for this question later. Activity 3. Read these two alternative opening paragraphs for the essay that was written in answer to the question in 2. Decide in class which one successfully introduces the topic and the writer's opinion. Then tick the correct box. So A. The earth could soon be covered in bits of plastic, covering the countryside and ruining the oceans. I think that this is wrong and what some countries are doing is good for everybody. B. Every day, millions of plastic bags are used by shoppers for an hour or two and then thrown away. I think that banning them in shops reduces the amount of rubbish in the world, which is good for everybody. So, between A and B, which one do you think has successfully introduced the topic and the writer's opinion? That's correct. It is B. It is because it specifically talks about banning the plastic bags. If your answer is A, it's wrong because it does not specify what it is talking about. But B, it talked straight away about banning. So the answer is B. Activity 4. Now read the rest of the essay and answer the questions below it. First of all, a huge proportion of our rubbish is made of plastic which does not decompose like paper and other waste products. Plastic takes years to disappear from the land. In addition, many of the world's oceans and rivers are polluted by millions of plastic bags which are a danger to fish and other animals. Ducks and birds can get trapped in them and die, for instance, and fish get slowly poisoned if they eat them. Moreover, there is no need for plastic bags in shops. People can easily get used to taking their own shopping bags with them when they go out. All in all, I think more and more countries should stop shops using dangerous and unnecessary plastic bags. The world would be a much better place without them. Okay, so here you can see that there are only 4 paragraphs, right? So if you remember in activity 3, there is an opening paragraph. So, first question. Underline the main point of the writer makes about notes 1 and 2. So in note 1, or in paragraph 2, the line is, or the main point is, does not decompose like paper and other waste products. And in note 2 or paragraph 3, are a danger to fish and other animals. Question 2, underline the main point the writer makes as a third idea. Yes, there is no need for plastic bags in shops. And question 3, in which paragraph does the writer use examples to support one of the points? The answer is paragraph 3. Okay, from the word for instance, we can know easily that the writer used examples. So what are the examples? Ducks, birds, and fish. Activity 5. Using examples is a good way of explaining and supporting points in your essay. Look at the following statements about food and use your imagination to help you write examples. Number 1. some of the food we buy would be easy to grow ourselves. For example, number 2, some people do not have the time or energy to grow their own food. For example. So, how can you give examples for these 2 sentences or statements? What examples can you give? So maybe for the first one, we could say, some of the food we buy would be easy to grow ourselves. For example, we could grow fruits and vegetables in our gardens. Number 2, some people do not have the time or energy to grow their own food. For example, old people may be too tired and some people work all day and want to relax at the weekend. So here are the examples that the statements need to be supported. Activity 6. Read this writing task and then use the plan below and the language bank to help you write your essay. When you have finished your essay, check your work carefully. You have been talking about the environment in class. Now your English teacher has asked you to write an essay for homework. Write your essay using all the notes and giving reasons for your points of view. You have to write in about 140 to 190 words. Many people have decided to grow their own food these days. Is this a good thing or a bad thing for people? Notes. Write about 1. Food from shops. 2. Prices and cost. And 3. Your own idea. You have to plan before you write your essay. You have to write 5 paragraphs. First paragraph, you have to introduce the topic and your opinion. Where to get the topic? Look at the question bank. Remember, during our first and second activity, we talk about circling the topic. So, you have to circle the topic first and introduce your opinion. Paragraph 2, make point or points about shop to support your opinion. Paragraph 3, make point or points about prices and costs to support your opinion. Paragraph 4, use your own idea in support or contrast. And paragraph 5, restate your opinion using different words and add a comment. Remember, it is very important for you to identify the topic in the task as well as introducing it and their opinion in the opening paragraph. You also must answer the question in the task, and that you can only do this if you know what the topic is. Remember to use examples to support your ideas and use formal language. Alright, this is the language bank, the words that you can use when you write your essay. To describe food, you can use the word ripe, unripe, fresh, stale, healthy, unhealthy, natural, processed. For producing food, additives, preservatives, chemicals, and fertilizer. For growing food, you have digging, preparing the soil, sowing seeds, weeding, watering, harvesting. And for introducing examples, you have for instance and for example. Okay students, so you are going to discuss more during tutorial class with your respective teacher.